I have a confession to make. I haven't played any of the Mass Effect games. Yeah, that's the sound of my gamer cred throwing itself out the window. Upside. This allows me to come into Andromeda without any preconceived notions of what a Mass Effect game should be. I don't have any nostalgia or rose-tinted glasses, or jaded glasses depending on how much you hated the ending of Mass Effect 3. See, I may not have played it, but I can still make references. Clear! No, you will not die on this day. Clear! The point I'm trying to make is, I'm getting to come into this completely fresh, because the only other thing I know about the Mass Effect series is you can boink everything. Blue alien tentacle lady? Probably. Fish lizard guy? Probably. Lanky ET? Probably. Tree bark lady? I hope so. This woman? Humans are boring. This guy? That's your father, you sicko! And probably. Now don't worry, I'm going to avoid all spoilers here. I'll just talk about story parts in general. No specifics, so you're safe to keep watching. In case you don't know, Andromeda is a mix of RPG and third-person shooter. The whole thing actually plays a lot like Dragon Age Inquisition. Mass Effect starts off with character creation. You can just quick start with the default guy or girl, but I decided to customize. And as is my new custom, I moved every slider all the way to the right. Whoa, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play through the game like this. Default it is! And man oh man is he default. It's like they took Nathan Drake and just sucked out all the personality. This is Scott Ryder. And now I'm just reminded of the MST3K Space Mutiny. Netflix it, folks. You're welcome in advance. Beef Large Chunk here is part of a colonization effort to find life-supporting planets in the Andromeda Galaxy. Naturally, things go wrong, because nothing can ever go right in a space story. And you end up crash landing on a planet that's shockingly not too fit for living.
Did we really do that? Or are we dead and don't know it?
Oh, so it's like Lost. In space. I don't get it. Andromeda is a fairly standard RPG experience. You'll explore the planet looking for survivors and killing baddies along the way. The controls are fairly normal stuff, except you will have the ability to use jump jets and to hover for a few seconds, making you a floating human pinata for all of your enemies who have guns. It's actually a lot smarter to stick to the ground, where you can run up against anything waist high and automatically take cover. This mostly works, except when you need it to. As you move towards your objective, you'll often find side quests or points of interest that you can explore. These provide you with XP and often help flesh out the lore and story of the world. They are also the best way to explore the world, as they will often lead you to areas you haven't discovered yet. As you complete missions and kill enemies, you'll gain XP and eventually level up. When you level, you'll gain skill points, which can be put into one of 3 trees: combat, biotics, and tech. Now that may be a little confusing, but let's just put it this way. There you go. None of this is really complex, which isn't a bad thing, but it also isn't necessarily a good thing. You'll be allowed to equip 3 special skills from these trees, such as grenades, energy waves, and the ability to shoot lightning from your hands. Sure, why not? On your adventures, you can have up to 2 compatriots come with you, which you'll be able to somewhat command to do certain actions, but I found they pretty much do whatever they want. Eventually, you'll make your way off the planet and onto the space station Nexus, where you'll run around from objective to objective, talking to people and doing side quests. Sounds familiar, but the quests do become a bit more involved, like helping solve a murder.
Objection!
As you talk to other characters in the game, you'll be presented with Bioware's patented tons of dialogue options. And now seems like as good a time as any to talk about this. As you may have heard, the character animations and dialogue and cutscenes are, yeah. I'm not gonna dwell on this because it's overdone at this point, but it seems like every human-esque character in this game is surprised that they're about to poop themselves. Oh, that ain't a fart. Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. Eventually, you'll get your own ship, which is basically home base for you. From here, you'll have several options. You can talk to your crew, craft, change out your equipment, buy new equipment, change the look of your equipment, send out your minions on little side missions, or even do missions yourself in multiplayer mode. I tried multiplayer. I died while loading in. Yeah, I'll just stick to single player, thank you very much. Once you get bored here, you can head off to a new planet to try and make it viable for colonization. Repeat process of running around from objective to objective, stopping to smell the side quest roses along the way. Upside, you get a badass rover. And I'm pretty sure it's indestructible, because I just drove off a cliff and I'm perfectly fine. Eventually, you'll complete the main storyline for the planet and start up an outpost. After everyone is done praising you, you can do more quests and complete the planet, or head back to your ship to look at the galaxy map and head to a new planet to start all over again. again. Despite all the jokes, I actually enjoy Mass Effect Andromeda quite a bit. Then again, I enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition quite a bit. And considering they're pretty freaking similar, I'm not really surprised. But that's not to say the game doesn't have its flaws. The aforementioned animations are a bit off-putting in a sometimes they're so bad it's funny type of way. Another odd choice is that as you gather new equipment, you won't be able to equip it in mission unless you come across a loadout terminal. Very, very odd for an RPG, but whatever. Some of the menu navigation is a bit wonky, but really, I find most of my gripes to be very minimal. Overall, I'm having fun, and that's the most important part. I've only gotten to play about 10 hours, which is not enough to give a full impression of the story or all of the gameplay elements, as I'm sure some will be introduced later. So I'll just stop here. In reverse of my normal fashion, I would say, if you liked the previous Mass Effect games, I have no idea if you'll like Andromeda, but if you liked Dragon Age Inquisition, you'll likely enjoy this. Now, the real question is, which one of my crew members do I boink?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day. Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
I like the way you think, kid.
I just hope I can keep up.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth.
Okay, I grossed myself out with that one, I'm done. Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.